Have the best fan base in the NHL, so not surprised, but it's always fun. So.
I know it was a disappointing postseason for you, but this has to really make up for it, winning the Cup again.
I mean, it's all right. You know, it's part of the game, and like always, when something goes wrong, you have somebody to step up, and guys did an unbelievable job. It was fun to be part of it, and they always made me feel that I was part of it. So it's a great day.
Chris, I know you would rather have been playing, but you got to be really proud, especially the way the defense performed while you were injured.
Yeah, no, they played great. Everybody bought in, and everybody knew their role. They were playing really well, and I mean, everybody was playing 21 minutes, so they have a big chunk of ice time. They had to play really well, and we played a tough opponent. So, sorry, I'm sweating.
This core group has been able to do. Does that sink in? Do you think about that? You have 3 cups now.
I mean, I think we're always looking forward. So next year, why not? And I think that's the way to approach it.
Any plans with the cup?
I already sent my date, but I don't know yet. I don't know. A lot of drinking.
Thanks, Chris. Chris Letang.
Hey, Rich Walsh, can you stick with us for a second here? I want to ask you a question. We're not hearing Rich.
You gotta love Letang's little boy. Boy, he's a ham. He's got great hair, just like his dad too. Actually, mom too.
That was
they
Chris
both
Letang
do.
there.
How cool was it? How cool was it to see Letang?
Making our way is
on
Chris
the, He hasn't
Kunitz.
played since February. Oh, go ahead, Rich.
Chris Kunitz is coming our way right now. You can see he has the Eastern Conference Championship trophy. Kunitz, the only guy on the team with 4 Stanley Cup. He won one with Anaheim before he was traded to the Penguins, and he has 3 with the Penguins. One of those core guys that I was talking about with Chris Letang and Evgeny Malkin. This car that's speeding by gave us a thumbs up. Malkin led the team with 28 points. You could say he was probably the runner-up for the Conn Smythe Trophy. Everyone's waiting for the Stanley Cup, and you can see it in the distance, making its way down Grant Street right now with Sidney Crosby in that car. Sidney Crosby, what can you say about that guy and what he's been able to do? Second most points on the team this postseason, 27, but no doubt the best player on the ice just about every night. He did miss 1 game with the concussion. And that was a game the Penguins actually won, a huge game in that Washington series, but he can do so many things. On the ice and off the ice, he's just a great person. And you can see the crowd reacting as this truck is making its way down Grant Street, and he'll turn the corner here at the Boulevard of the Allies and head down to the stage where Bob and Ken are. And you can see there's probably about 10, in my estimation, 10 to 15 fans deep as they're cheering on Sidney Crosby. And it's taken a while to get down here, very slow. He's trying to wave to just about every fan. For Sidney Crosby, this is his 3rd Stanley Cup. And think about what this team could have done maybe if he was healthy for those couple years. And their window's far from being closed. There's no question about that. They have so many more chances, and you heard Chris Letang talk a little bit about it, Patrick Hornquist, some of the players that I was talking to on this route about maybe let's do it again next year. And right now they're the favorites to win the Stanley Cup. Oddsmakers set the Penguins as a 9-1 favorite to win the Stanley Cup next year. Not too many people three-peat, but the Penguins have a good chance to do that. Let's listen into the crowd as Sidney Crosby makes the turn here at the Boulevard of the Allies in Grant Street. There's your captain kissing the cup. He one of 52 names that'll be engraved on the cup this year. His 3rd time on the cup. And what a roar by the crowd. And where they're going now, this is the picture that you saw everywhere trending on social media last year with the crowd in the parking garage. And I'm sure you'll get to see it again this year. And maybe we'll do another parade next year. Bob, Ken, what do you think?
Why not? Let's plan on it. You
Yeah.
know, just as we're looking at Sidney Crosby, I'm thinking, can you think of another owner, player that have the relationship that Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux have had in any sport?
It would be hard to come up with one, given the fact that when he came here, he lived with Lemieux and became almost a family member. Still goes over there and puts up holiday trees at Christmas time, and he lives not too far away. So, I mean, he's become almost an adoptive member of that family.
Of that family and of the city. You know, we've watched Sidney Crosby grow up. He came here as an 18-year-old, still a kid. Sid the Kid. They don't call him that so much anymore. Now that he's
now
almost
it's Sid
30,
and the kids.
Yeah, that's
he's
right.
No longer the kid.
That's right. But I mean, it's such a unique relationship that those two have. And you also think of some of the parallels, you know, for as outstanding as Lemieux's career was, you know, one of the top 1 or 2 players, perhaps, of all time. You think about the time he missed due to the back problems and Hodgkin's disease. You think about the almost year that Crosby missed with the concussion. And you just think, well, these guys, the production could have been even greater than what and it's already impossible.
Oh, especially for, I think, Mario. When you look back, I think he's the most graceful athlete I've ever seen play in the NHL. You know, Gretzky may have all the records just because he played longer and with a lot more talent than Mario did. For the first 5 years or so, Mario Lemieux, they were just trying to put together a team around him. And it took a while to get into the playoffs, but then you saw with this, you know, all the players that they brought in, the accumulation of talent, it resulted in 2 Stanley Cups. But Mario Lemieux missed with the back, with everything you said, the Hodgkins, it was probably, what, 3.5 years worth of production, and he could have played more.
Right.
So the bottom line is we're very fortunate to have watched all these guys in the city of Pittsburgh. And Sidney Crosby, he has a love and passion for the game. And when you have that, you can overcome just about everything. And that's what I think I admire most about him. He doesn't have to do a lot of the stuff he does, but he does it because he loves the sport.
All right, Bob, explain this to me. This is a football town, right? The NHL, not as big as the NFL. How do we explain the huge crowd last year, the huge crowd this year for these Penguins championship parades? Steeler numbers not quite that big.
I just think this city has an attachment with these guys. You see Mark Streit brought in here at the trade deadline just to identify him, and he got a chance to hold a cup. And he was insurance policy, just like Ron Hainsey was. But I just think there's an identity. This is a young demographic, and you see a lot of young people around here who identify with these kids. And they're approachable. They're not afraid to go out in public and just be themselves. And I think social media has a lot to do with it, too.
Well, you see these, as of 2009, considering this is essentially the same route, 3rd time we've done the same route for a hockey parade. Fans know where to go. And, you know, we are hearing reports of people in some of these choice garage locations as early as 5 and 6 this morning. People were here at Point State Park before the sun came up today. And, you know, it is a special thing where you see these guys, you watch them for a whole season, you live and die with them for all these playoff games, and this morning they come out and you can see them, maybe you can touch them, you can hear them exult, and now behind us, Bob, we're starting to see some of the first arrivals arriving on the stage for what will be the end point, the championship celebration here at Point State Park.
Well, you saw some of the other guys who played big roles, and they're not big names. Scott Wilson, Carter Rowney, Josh Archibald. One thing that Mike Sullivan's not afraid to do, Ken, when he had opportunities to put those guys in, he didn't hesitate. If you play hard, you're going to get an opportunity, and all of those guys contributed something throughout the course of this. Carter Rowney was outstanding. We are continuing our coverage here at Point State Park. It's the 2017 Stanley Cup Championship Parade as everyone starts to converge on Point State Park. We'll continue live here on KDKA and KDKA.com. Don't go away.